everyone, Jennifer here. I have another book review for you today, and this is for a beautiful coffee table book that so many women will find very interesting, and it's called Classic Beauty: The History of Makeup, and it's by Gabriela Hernandez, published by Schiffer Publishing. And so Schiffer sent me this book to review, and I was really excited to receive it because I have always been interested in the history of makeup, but I just don't know very much about it. So this book is so comprehensive and thorough. It goes from ancient times all the way up to modern day millennials, and it talks about the makeup trends. It's a beautiful, hefty book, and this would make a really great gift for any woman in your life who loves makeup, basically. So I thought that I would thumb through it and show you some of the interesting things that I noticed about the book. So it's very thorough and full of beautiful pictures and timelines and pictures of vintage makeup, which is really cool. I love the look of vintage makeup. And I love learning why women in different cultures do what they do, what constitutes beauty in certain eras and different cultures, and how that changes over time. I find that fascinating. So this is a really interesting book. Okay, so it starts off with timelines. It discusses ancient times as well as the first makeup. And, it says, for example, eye paint in 5000 BC, eye paint made from black galena and green malachite are the most commonly used cosmetics in Egypt. So it talks about a lot of the makeup in ancient Egypt. And, you can go on the timeline and see all of the different trends and things here. So in AD 54, Poppaea, wife of the emperor of Rome, Nero, uses white lead and chalk cake to whiten her complexion, Egyptian kohl for the lashes and eyelids, rouge, barley flour, and butter to cure pimples, and pumice stones to whiten teeth. And they show in that picture the coin of Nero. So how fascinating is that? And how funny that to this day women use kohl to accentuate the eyes. I mean, I use the Chanel kohl eyeliner, and isn't that funny? Some things never change. So here's another historical timeline here on page 30, and it talks about Queen Elizabeth, how she makes cosmetic use acceptable among elegant women. The French's use of cosmetics increases to the point where even nuns curl and powder their hair. Working class women apply flour as white powder to the face. So it goes all the way up to Marie Antoinette's time, which I find fascinating. There's so many interesting beauty trends back in that period of time. Now, my favorite part of the book is when it discusses the 19th century. I'm a big fan of the Victorian era. I always have been, even from when I was a little girl. I love all things Victorian. And I'll actually link two of my favorite books about Victorian life below. Those books, I devour them. I love them, just love everything about it. So in this part on the 19th century, this is on page 40, they show the ideal Victorian beauty and this paper doll illustration. And it says, a more subtle use of cosmetics characterized the 19th century. So they go to more subtle use. With the coronation of Queen Victoria in England, she represented youthful modesty and brought with her the popularity of delicate toilette waters and pearl powders to gently lighten the complexion. So women's complexions have always been a cause of focus for women. We always want a clear complexion, and whether people want to go lighter, like back in these days, it seemed that women wanted a lighter complexion. Now in these days, people want tans and they want a darker complexion. So things just really do change over time. But they have beautiful illustrations. They show toilette for men, and they show some vintage ointments and talk about skin success ointments. Now let's go look at the 1920s. This is on page 96. So they discuss the face and the popular face, which I think is so funny because we all have a face, and in each era the popular face changes, right? So eyebrows are plucked very thin in this area, black grease pencils smudged around the eye socket to create a deep effect. The 1920s face was really indicative of the creation of cinema. So Max Factor came into play at that time. And all of the Hollywood starlets started becoming these style icons, really. Vintage foundations like this Princess Pat Rouge. How beautiful. I mean, wouldn't that be cool if our grandmothers saved their makeup containers for us and we had them? I love this. Look at this on page 136. This shows some of the old vintage cosmetics. We go up to the 1970s where the face is bronzed and glossed, all the way up to the millennials where we are looking for now a natural look, no makeup look, if you will, which I write about in my Madame Chic books, where you are trying to enhance your natural beauty. You don't want to look like you're wearing makeup. You want it to be subtle, just want to look naturally beautiful. So I think the common thread from women all the way from antiquity to modern day is that, you know, we just like looking lovely, looking presentable, and makeup is fun. It's an artistic way of expressing yourself. And so it's really fascinating look at the history of makeup, a wonderful gift, wonderful coffee table book for yourself. I will link all the details for the book below. Thank you for joining me on the Daily Connoisseur. I hope you enjoyed this book review, and I will see you next time. Bye.